Welcome everyone to Gamer Like Dad podcast, episode 13. Well, I did a 5 on my hand for those not watching and a 1 on my other hand, which makes no sense for 13.
Close enough.
It's close enough. Yeah. 6 times 2 plus 1.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is episode 13, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening. I know it's been a hot minute since we've been on the podcast. I don't even know how to intro the podcast. And as you guys might be able to tell, if you're watching the video version on YouTube, go and check it out. Hint, hint.
Where can they find it?
I don't know, something like Gamer Like Dad on YouTube, I think.
Something like that.
And also Elder Geek Gamer on YouTube. So
yes,
we post it both places. But I am Chris Larson, otherwise known as Gamer Like Dad. And to my left is the man who started all the myth, the legend. He's not a myth because he's right here next to me, the Elder Geek Gamer.
I am not a myth. I am a myther.
He's mythological. You're
Yes.
a myther? Okay.
Elder Geek Gamer.
and then to my right,
Bentley Larson,
the best.
the spawn of man to my left.
The spawn of the man to my.
And
We're all.
then the DNA receptacle of my DNA.
You guys can, if you're again watching the video version, you can see the upgrading.
no,
Genius.
I can say where this all comes to a head and goes.
Obviously, you can see from left to right, it improves. Wait, left to right, right to left, whatever, right? Hopefully, this is the newest improved
iteration
version. Yeah, to my right, exactly. But guys, this is because this is episode 13. You know, we set out. Actually, I set out to do the podcast like maybe 2 episodes a month. This is not a very consistent podcast. If you guys are used to tuning into podcasts that are like every week, we are not that podcast. Maybe someday.
Maybe someday.
It'd be nice if we could.
But no promises.
No promises. But we did average last year 1 a month. Give it up.
I think that's pretty
Round of
good.
applause. Yes, you might not even be able to hear the applause, but we're applauding. Yeah, 1 a month. We did it. But here we are. We kind of missed the Halloween episode, which is the first one we started with last year.
That's a sad
yeah.
statement. We're back and we missed Halloween.
We missed
the best
Halloween.
celebration time of all.
It is my favorite holiday. Forget that
Oh, geez.
Christmas holiday cheer stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, no. But and then we also have another amazing announcement for the channel, guys. If it's been a while since you've tuned in, we hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. Hey, another round of applause. Thank you guys very much. It's outstanding. I mean, we're already at like 105,000 subscribers. And
I know you're just growing by the day.
it's a little crazy. I don't really know how to keep up, but we got lots of things coming down the road. This month, we're going to celebrate here in the end of the month, just to kind of, in the spirit of Thanksgiving, give thanks to you guys for supporting the channel. We're going to do some giveaways, a little extra content. We're releasing memberships on the channel.
Is that what that new Porsche is for?
Yeah. The new car out in the driveway. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's for me.
I
right?
wish YouTube paid that kind of money.
Well, they do for other people.
Maybe for other people, yes, but we are not those people. We do this for funsies. But anyway, so yeah, very exciting, and we'll have lots of announcements coming up. But I have talked long enough. I think we should talk about the games we've been playing. What do you guys think?
Sure.
There have been a few since we've actually last talked to these fine
Well,
people.
what's come out? In fact, I had the list in the other room that we went through about what's coming out in
Yes.
November and December, and I can think of Spiderman came
Yes.
out.
Yes.
Immortals of Aveum.
Yes,
Mario.
a little Nintendo game called Mario Wonder. Yeah.
Mario Wonder.
Yep. Yes, and there's been other games too since then, but those are like some of
Well,
the heavy
Baldur's
hitters.
Gate
Right?
came out.
I mean, Baldur's Gate is another big one. I mean, this year is absolutely, and if you guys listen to other gaming podcasts, it's insane. This game is crazy. Everybody's kind of comparing it to one of the best years of all time in gaming as far as video game releases.
Are the gaming awards over with, or are they going on now?
No, they haven't started. They did the nominees. So they have the top 6. They allow at Jeff Keighley's Game Awards, they allow 6 to be in the top
They
game of the
need
year.
more.
Well, according to this year, they kind of need more, but there's debate whether they should have a couple more. But not every year is going to be like this year.
That's true.
So, but yeah, a lot of your favorite games, the ones we mentioned, are of course in those top game of the year running.
And so many developers now are under so much pressure to not rush games out because they find when they do, they lose money.
Yeah.
And they don't sell like they should. So that might cause a little bit of a drought next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
which would be fine with me.
Well, in this year, I feel like, would you say 2023 probably got piled on because of all the delays from the last 2 years?
Right. And so there's all these things that came screeching to a halt in 2023 that should have been released in 2022 or earlier in the year.
Yeah.
And that's gonna have an impact on 2024.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about these games. Which one do we want to start with? Do I pass it off to you, Dad, or should I pass it off to you, Bentley?
Well, Bentley, have you had any time to play the new Zelda?
Yes.
Why don't you give us an update on how you've done with that?
Well,
Billy and I were just talking about that a little bit.
Yeah.
Is he going to be embarrassed?
The new Zelda, which was, when did that release this year? When was that?
February, wasn't it?
Was that the beginning of the year?
It was.
Gosh, guys,
I don't remember.
Yeah, remind us in the comments. I honestly can't remember when Zelda released. I think it was maybe February. I don't know.
And I'm not a Zelda.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm not sure if I've even played any more of it since our last podcast.
All right, never mind.
Yeah.
That's granddad putting him in an awkward situation.
Again, the problem is and that's not uncommon. I hear people who are in the industry who play video games all the time to have not finished Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, but one thing I will say is that when I started Breath of the Wild, I did like I got the first Divine Beast, and then I stopped playing. And then like maybe like a year later, I came back and then finished the whole game.
Ah.
So sometimes that's how it goes for me. But
well, go on with your other list.
Yeah. So that's So do you remember where you left off in Tears? Was it anywhere specific, or was it just kind of
I finished like one of the main. There's kind of like a similar theme with like the 4 areas, you know.
Right.
I finished one of those. No, I finished 2 actually.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't even. I'm only in the first area.
I got stuck out in one of the areas. I think I mentioned this last time. And that's what happens to me with games is like I'm 25% into Immortals of Aveum. I love it. I've been picking it up almost every day. But I'm on this level that I just can't beat yet. And so the question is will I keep beating my head against the wall? I can't lower the difficulty level. I've either got to go back and find a way to get stronger to work my way through the level. But that often sets me out and keeps me from progressing forward because I'm at this frustration point.
Is it a puzzle specifically, or is it just a boss?
No, it's just too many large, hefty enemies.
So we've talked about difficulty in games. Are you able to change the difficulty on the fly in this game?
I can't.
Oh, so you're set.
Yeah, I'm set.
I feel like that's almost a feature that should be. Do you guys think that should be a feature that should be included in every game, like from here on out?
I do. And it is in a lot of them.
Yeah, it is.
That you can change on the fly. I think if there was an ability to change it lower, I already did because I typically do that now that I'm an old buzzard. And
buzzard.
I don't care what anybody says.
Oh yeah, no, I'm okay with baby mode.
I think it makes sense to be able to change it mid-game because I feel like in the beginning, when I'm picking a game mode, I'm like, I don't know what I want to do. Like I know nothing about this game. How am I supposed to know what difficulty level I'm gonna play?
Right.
So I feel like changing on the fly would definitely be useful.
Because there is some satisfaction with beating a difficult boss or making out a puzzle.
Well, Spiderman I put down to the lowest level or the next to the lowest level. Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
And it's still hard.
Like Spider Pig.
Yeah. That's what I need. I need the Spider Pig level. But it's still difficult for me.
They need to make that game. Spider-Man 3, introducing Spider Pig.
That would be good.
Bacon's in space.
Yeah, please make it. That's hilarious. So, Dad, continue your conversation about Immortal. Let's go ahead and since Zelda's kind of over with for us right now until maybe we'll talk about Zelda next year, everyone. That'll be the thing. Yeah. So, Dad, you're playing here. I'll hold it up for you. For those watching on YouTube, here we go.
I'm playing this on
PlayStation.
PS5. My strategy is this between PS5 and Xbox. If it's multiplayer, I play it on Xbox. If it's single player, I play it on PS5. And
that's a pretty good strategy.
Yeah, it works out well for me. But this is one that was kind of panned by the critics.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of people who have taken the time to pick it up and really enjoy it. It's a fantasy game in a fantasy world. It's got Gina Torres in it. And if you're familiar with her from Serenity, she was also in one of the most popular Netflix revivals of this year. It was called Suits, about a bunch of lawyers out in New York. She's one of the principals in the company. And anything that Gina Torres is in, I absolutely love.
And we're playing, actually, I'm going to switch to, this. Here we go. So we're not on the screen, but we are playing the entire, a little bit of gameplay.
Yeah. And so the
So Ikora Ray from Destiny is the
Ikora.
Gotcha. Is the voice.
Yes, exactly.
I'm gonna switch to some gameplay because I was pretty impressed. It did remind me a lot of like Destiny.
Yeah, I was surprised. I was got to this level where it just like right there where we saw the big pieces of concrete
Yeah.
floating around in space.
Right.
It's a big jumping level, and I'm not a jumping fan, but I
Mhm.
actually made it through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
You
not
don't.
the one that
You do not like traversal.
I enjoyed this.
Yeah.
It was actually
nice.
well done.
Yeah.
And so for me, the game is really enjoyable. It's one of those things you want to pick back up and have some fun with.
Right.
You don't have to think about it. Well, what should I play today? You just automatically go. I'm going to go play a.
There's your saying, Bentley. What are we going to do, Brain? What are we going to do today, Brain?
What we do every day, Pinky. Try and take over the world.
That's it. That's it. Nice. Well,
anyway, so I would recommend it.
Yeah.
But if you have a huge backlog, go play your backlog.
Yeah.
Let's put a plug every time we get together to go play your backlog.
Yeah.
And that's why if next year does suck from a release window perspective, it doesn't matter. We've all got so many games that we haven't played yet that we could probably play for the next 3 years and never worry about it.
He ain't lying. That's true. Well, now you've kind of tempted me out of all the games I'm playing, which are actually a lot, but in very small doses. I kind of want to play Immortals of Aveum a little bit.
Well, what you can do is wait till I finish this in
Ooh,
2026. You could borrow it from me.
You can pass the disc along.
Pass the disc along. The other game I've been playing is Spider-Man 2. And Immortals, I'm 25% through. Spider-Man, I'm probably about 10%. And it is fantastic. From out of the gate, you are taking on some big bad guys.
Oh, really?
And it's immersive and it's immense. That's a good word. 2 I words that go together.
Yeah.
And I got to a level where they're going back in time and revisiting their teen years, and it really sucks you in. Just going back and you feel like you're there with them as teenagers before they became full.
No spoilers.
Yeah. No spoilers.
Yeah.
But the game, from that standpoint, from telling a story, it really does a good job of telling a good story, and the jumping and flicking your web all works. It's as good and better than the last one.
I was about to say, is it the best of the 3? Because there's 3. There's obviously
Miles Morales.
Miles Morales is essentially a full game.
I think it is
full game release. Yeah. People say that it is a kind of glorified DLC, but
yeah,
no, it was a full release. So
I think it is. So
the best of the 3.
Yeah, in my mind. But that doesn't diminish the other ones.
Yeah,
they're all good.
Bentley, you played a bunch of Spider-Man 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really liked that game. I kind of just like fell off just because, I don't know, something happened. But
life
yeah.
life happened.
But yeah, I think I played like 50% of the game.
Well,
yeah, you played more than I did.
Too, is that they get into these game loops where the techniques and tactics you're using are always the same. And one complaint I do have about Spider-Man 2 is they use a lot of QuickTime events.
Oh yeah,
they tell you to press these buttons at this time.
I feel like that's a big PlayStation thing. Period.
It always has been.
Because God of War and everything, they all have QuickTime events.
Right. And so for me to follow that with my 70-year-old eyeballs is kind of like, what was that just flashed past the screen at 6,000 miles per hour?
Yeah.
I'm supposed to hit what buttons?
Yeah. It's not just you. I fail to hit a button in time and, I'll get crushed or die or whatever in a horrible way and then have to start over on QuickTime.
So that's my take on that. So those are the 2 big games I've been playing.
Yeah.
And I did buy Mario Wonder. I played it enough to go.
Did you wonder at the wonder?
One.
You wondered? You wondered at the wonder. Yeah, but so before we hit wonder, Bentley, do you think we should try Spider-Man 2? Do you feel like we should get Spider-Man 2? It's a definite pickup.
It's a definite pickup.
If we do, I want to play it on a specific device we're going to talk about here in a little bit. But there's a little hint for all you guys out there. We might be talking about a little bit of tech, which you guys might know has dropped or released. Maybe you haven't. Maybe you don't know what it is. So we'll talk about it. But
look at the date today.
Spider-Man 2. But Wonder, can I talk about? Let's talk about a little bit about Wonder. Bentley and I have played a decent amount.
Yeah. And have you played any online co-op?
Not online. So I have played co-op with Bentley and his little brother. So our 4-year-old. Imagine playing any of the side-scrolling modern Mario games with a 4-year-old.
He's actually I mean, I'm just saying he's better than any other 4-year-old.
It's a little scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He could probably beat some like 12-year-olds.
It's a little scary. If so, what Bentley and I, what the strategy we kind of figured out with him was you have to go slower,
Yeah.
which some people like to play side-scrolling Mario's like this, just kind of take their time and find every little nook. You know,
He's gotten a lot better at traversal, like jumping and stuff.
well, and can I add to that in that you can do that in Wonder. If you guys haven't played Wonder, which what are you doing with your life? There's no timer in any level.
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah, which I think is fantastic.
That's nice.
You know, you used to have what, a minute to run through a level, and
Well, they can
side-scrolling?
also, the young kids can also play as those 2 characters that
Right.
do not die.
Right.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
genius.
Well, Graham plays as we do that to poor Bentley all the time. My wife and I, we always call him the wrong kid. But yeah,
Shit.
he has been playing as Yoshi, and he can take a certain amount of hits, and then eventually he will turn into a ghost. Like,
does he?
it's not unlimited, I don't think, or he'll fall down a hole or something. And sometimes we'll put on, there's a, you know how you have badges, and so guys, you have badges in Mario Wonder. If you don't know. They're like little mini power-ups that you can choose before each level, kind of like the old Mario games where you get a different
But
mushroom
they're
or
like
something.
permanent power-ups.
They're permanent power-ups,
if,
right?
Like
Every level you always have it on.
Yeah, it's like I don't know.
You don't lose it. It's just an ability that is put on your character. So let's say one of them that I use a lot with Graham when I play with him is the badge where you can fall down a hole once and it'll pop you out. Yeah, spit you back out.
That's cool.
It's handy. It's a badge, and
Nice.
I'm like, Graham, here, let's use this one, and he'll fall down a hole and pop back out, and then it has literally helped us get through a whole level with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah. So it is very impressive how this kid Bentley, again, guys, for you out there, he wasn't able to play games till what, 9 or 10
Yeah.
video games. My wife was a little strict on that,
Wow.
and then Graham was a COVID baby, and so we were shut in and played video games. So
He will surpass me very soon.
his skills will be a little scary. So yeah. But can I tell you my reaction to Mario Wonder? I am a Mario kid, guys. I am 47. I have been around since the inception,
I
right?
remember watching you.
Yes. And I will lay it out there that my favorite Mario, okay, Mario 3 is going to be my favorite. And so that's a side scroller. I do love Galaxy. Don't get me wrong. Mario 64 was fantastic. Like just the first 3D Mario, right? Like running around Peach's castle right there in the middle of the field. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Going through the paintings, all that stuff.
Yep.
It's burned in my head. I love it. But I think Mario 3, I remember waking up Christmas morning and Mario 3 being there. And I just, the different things in that game. I just remember being able to go up so much higher in the maps, in the levels, and I just love Super
That
Mario
wasn't
3.
the one that had the
Tanuki suit.
What system was it on? Super Nintendo?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did that have the caves that echoed?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Fantastic.
Sound effects.
Good stuff. So, but when I started playing Wonder, I was smiling from ear to ear, and it might be because of my Nintendo Mario upbringing.
It brought all that back.
It did. It brought everything back. So the nostalgia came back. I'm not here to review it. I'm not a reviewer. I just had a lot of times when I play games, they are literally for me to just relax and which is probably is made apparent into what I'm playing right now. I like to play games that make me relax.
We'll have to talk about this sometime, but wouldn't it be wonderful if you could play your Xbox when you weren't home?
Ooh. Wait.
We'll have to talk about that.
We'll have to talk about that. Yeah,
I was just thinking.
Yeah, that'd be great. So anyway, Mario Wonder, if you guys haven't played it, I've had so much. I'm on world 5. So I've got 5 of the, what are they called? Royal seats.
Isn't there 8?
I thought there was a few less in this one. I don't think it goes to 8. 6, maybe 7. Anyway. It's
got a strong recommend from
highly recommend. Yes. The Wonder Seeds, the joy of hitting a Wonder Seed in every map, that's different, and it just transforms the map in such a weird way. There have been some that I just sit there and go, what? Like who thought of this? Like what?
That's like getting a noogie from Santa Claus.
Yeah. What? Why are you hitting me, Santa Claus? Aren't you supposed to give,
It's a noogie.
give me presents? No, it's not that bad. It's a good reaction. It's a good reaction.
Okay.
So, anyway, yeah, Mario Wonder. It would be in my top game of the year of enjoyment. And I want to make guys. What do you think? We should make a top game like
I've already got it.
list.
my
You've made a list already,
Mhm.
Bentley. We'll start working on our end of the year lists.
Sounds good.
I told Bentley that I've been racking up some games of completion. Like I completed it,
yeah,
and they're
yeah.
old games. Some of them are old games, but Graham and I beat Pikmin 4,
Right.
and we're even playing the after part of the game, which is he just loves Pikmin. We beat a bunch of Kirby's. I had to beat Breath of the Wild
Yeah.
before playing
Yeah,
Zelda
that's what I was gonna
or
say.
Tears of the Kingdom. So yeah, I mean, look, it took me this long to beat Breath of the Wild. So Tears might be years down the road. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Anything else about Mario Wonder or any other game that we're missing?
Well, those are my three.
Those are your three? Bentley? Is that pretty much it?
I agree with you on Mario Wonder.
Yeah.
Good game.
Anything else you've been playing?
I mean, not really.
Not really.
Hopped into Splatoon for like
Did you?
2 seconds.
Oh, nice. Anything
fun.
new in Splatoon? There's that DLC coming. The one that's like looked like it was a white world. It was like there was no color in it.
Oh, that seems cool.
Yeah.
I think I continued. Oh, I think like when we were traveling, I did some of the campaign.
Oh, okay.
Because we had a road trip.
Is that what it was?
I know we're forgetting to talk about, Chris.
What's that?
Something that you've played that I still haven't.
What's that?
That's Starfield.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
I mean, it's huge fanfare when it first came out. I wonder if we could take a look at the player count, what it's doing now compared to when it first released.
Well, and in September it was top set like the game
top sales.
top sales. Yeah. And that obviously
And that's with Game Pass.
And that's with Game Pass. And that was a lot of the conversation. That game was on Game Pass, but there were also a lot of collector's editions on that thing and high end ones. So that watch collector's edition was $300.
If you guys have been playing Starfield and you're still playing it, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, I want to
Love
know.
hear. Yeah, I do too.
As a matter of fact, we should do a poll on our channels
Yeah.
and just see if you're still playing Starfield and what
Why are you still playing it?
why are you still playing?
Mhm.
Yeah. I feel like once the hype goes down and then when so the other night I jumped in. Did I tell you this? I jumped in the office here. I was like mentally preparing myself. I turned off the lights. I was like, you know what? I'm just getting into Starfield. Those nice little piano notes that start with the music of Starfield, it just gets you're ready to travel space, It just reminds me of the first time I saw like Star Trek or something like that. It's just like, oh, the awe. So I feel like Starfield is still going to really be cool.
So it's still got legs.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I will go back and play it. I don't know if I'll ever beat it. Guess what? I've never beat Skyrim. I've played the crap out of it. I've put in hundreds of hours in Skyrim on different systems.
I beat it.
You beat
years-
Skyrim?
years ago,
Oh, good job.
and then I went.
I'm
I had to take
surprised.
a version of it.
Are you surprised?
I'm surprised that you didn't beat Skyrim.
I know. I'm kind of.
Skyrim is like you probably put in the most hours. To Skyrim.
Oh,
right?
it's insane. I probably
I think I
maybe
had.
Destiny
I
is
think I had
close.
like 125.
Destiny is insane. Destiny. I lost. Destiny was my World of Warcraft. I lost my life to that game,
So
and that
come
was
on, what is-
Destiny's like an anomaly. Yeah, Skyrim, more like probably in 200s of hours. I'd say.
Yeah, that was 125.
Destiny's like
Wow.
the machine in Destiny, like when the hour count when you have the game on, it said like 1600 hours.
Well, you were a Sherpa for a while.
I was a Sherpa. I played the King's Fall raid like 100 times. Like I beat
you
it.
would guide.
I would
people
guide
there?
people in the
That's
raids.
awesome.
Oh
That's
yeah,
awesome.
no, I was yeah.
And
Like
this. I'm sorry, Bentley. This means a lot because Chris and I have been Destiny fans from the very beginning. I actually played the alpha on the PlayStation 2.
Yeah. Well, Bungie, we're big Bungie fans.
PlayStation 4, excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're huge Bungie fans, and to see them in their current state is really, really
It's
disappointing.
sad.
And we
Yeah.
knew it was coming. We've stopped playing a couple years ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's a reason for it. So the content became.
Yeah.
Uh,
It wasn't the
honestly,
living game it was supposed to that I
It
thought it was
wasn't.
going to be.
And they
I'll just
promised
say it that
things
way.
that they didn't deliver.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, don't take my toys away. I'll get mad.
now you know how small my game room is, right?
Right.
So how important a game is to me is how much room you get on the shelves.
That's
They've got
very true.
two full shelves of Destiny stuff.
That is an
my
honor
room.
to Bungie and Destiny to have that much shelf,
The only thing that has
space.
more is my Halo stuff, which
Yep.
just has 5 shelves.
which is also Bungie. So,
Yeah.
so, yeah.
But that was back when Bungie was good.
Oh, poor Bungie.
No,
Yes.
lots of dedicated, good employees there. That's a
Oh,
shame that they're
absolutely.
being mismanaged
Just
like
kind of
that.
lost the sight of
Yeah.
what was supposed to come of that game. Did you have anything, Bentley, on the? No. Sorry, I broke the thought process there. Okay, so I I and then so finishing off the games we've been playing, this is kind of the conversation. I've been playing a bunch of games portably. There have been some announcements that have made my brain percolate in the fact that I'm very excited for new things coming out mobily. We have 2 new systems coming out. Steam just randomly dropped the OLED version of the Steam Deck. I wasn't going to get it. Guess what? I am. I'm selling the old one because it wasn't just an OLED screen. It's 90 hertz. The battery is improved tremendously. It's lighter. It's quieter. Like all this stuff.
So the battery life was kind of a problem.
It
for
was
you,
really bad.
right?
If you put in a heavy hitting game, like let's say I was playing God of War, which I was, the first off, it sounds like a jet engine, and then it only lasts an hour. Anyway, so Steam Deck dropped, right, as far as the OLED, and then also what we're going to talk about next, the Portal dropped.
PlayStation.
And Dad's got a visual here.
I've got a visual.
Yes, look at that
As
bad
usual,
boy.
I
Maybe Bentley
get the
can.
glare out of it.
You want to bring it up close to the camera?
Yeah.
I haven't had much time to really play with it yet. I just got it in yesterday, and Chris has got one sitting in the other room that he just got to this morning.
Look at that
So-
beauty. So for those who don't know, most of you might, that if you listen to gaming podcasts, you've already seen one probably. It looks like a PlayStation 5 controller, right?
Yeah, it's
Split in two.
basically split in two and stuck on an 8-inch screen.
Right.
It's an LCD screen, not an OLED. And my
Right.
bet is that next year they'll release an OLED model. I've got this
I
set
haven't
up
held
with
one
my
yet.
PS5 back at the house. How many miles away from you? About 15 miles?
Yeah, 15 miles away.
Somewhere around there. And the question we're going to answer is, after we power this on today, will we actually be able to portal into my home PS5?
Ooh, are we going to demonstrate that on the podcast?
Yeah, we can.
Let's do it. That'll be awesome.
do
So
this.
Dad's going to turn it on and we're going to see. If you don't know anything much about the Portal, it basically mirrors your PlayStation. Your PlayStation has to be in a rest mode or on, and it'll play the game digitally. Or if you have a disc in it, will it play that one disc?
Yes.
Okay, so it will do that. Now, for those asking, well, can I watch TV and play on the Portal, if they're using the PlayStation? No. Once you're mirroring a game from the PlayStation to the Portal, it takes up your PlayStation.
You can see right there, we got the PlayStation logo. It's kind of hard to see without
Here.
the glare.
I mean, will it
Okay.
just, yeah.
And then
So he's going to log in and we're going to see how
to
the
unlock, press the PS button, which is hidden up here.
gameplay is on it. So he's 15 miles away. He's using my Wi-Fi, which is, we have 6, I think, or 5E or 6. I can't remember what our Wi-Fi is, but we do have gig. We have fiber here. So we should be pretty good on the Wi-Fi. Now we are in a back building in our backyard. And so we're separate from the house. So we do have a mesh network that is using an Orbi mesh network. And so we'll see kind of how the mesh network works with the Portal. What game are you going to load into it?
I haven't gone there yet. We need to connect to your internet here.
Okay.
The LCD screen's really good. From what I've heard from the reviews that I've watched, and I've watched quite a few, it really breaks down to how strong your signal is from your router. You need a minimum of 5 meg per second, but you really do better with a higher data rate than that. And that's one of the things that would keep this from being a successful device. The other thing is, it really is just a portal.
Well, that's what I'm saying is, why wouldn't I just use my phone?
right.
Could you tell me why? Like, why would I not just use my backbone, my PlayStation backbone?
This 8-inch screen is pretty killer.
Yeah. So if I'm looking at it, guys, the screen, for those just listening, it's an 8-inch screen. It's beautiful. It's pretty slim, wouldn't you say? The screen.
Yeah.
Like, even though, yeah, you have 2 PlayStation the controllers cut in half. Some people don't like the design. I feel like it's kind of cool because when you're holding a Steam Deck, it's just a big slab.
Yeah, I like the design.
Yeah.
And I think it's comfortable to hold too.
He is trying to connect to, basically it's connecting to the PlayStation itself right now, right?
Yes.
Nice.
To the PlayStation at my place.
Yeah,
Not to
at
yours.
your place, not here. So this is, again, 15 miles away. It really, because it's mirroring, it doesn't affect like what kind of game you play, right? You could play Spiderman or you could play Stardew Valley and the load is the same, right? Because
Well, they're actually going to display different resolutions. For example, if you played something that was a graphically intensive game, it may not be able to handle 1080p. And this is a 1080p screen. Everything is at 1080p. So what it would do, it would drop it down to 720p.
So I watched a video. Somebody advised that because your PlayStation is set up to play at 4K 120, right?
Mhm.
They say that when you're playing on your Portal, that you should dumb down the settings on your PlayStation, because if you're trying to connect and you're trying to push a game that is running at 4K 120 on your PlayStation and it's going to the Portal, that it'll actually stutter less.
Here's my PlayStation.
Okay, so here's his home screen, guys. If you want to again look, so he's got his home screen, so he is connected to the PlayStation. Now let's see if you can get into pick any game and.
Well, since we were talking about Immortals of Aveum.
Oh gosh, Immortals of Aveum
And that's
on the Portal. See, now that I'm watching this, it makes me really want to play this game. I will say though, the screen is beautiful. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
See that construct over there?
Yeah,
He just came up to join me.
it's not OLED, but man, I think the contrast on, it's the colors are pretty rich, I must
And
say.
here's the area that I got to.
So right now I don't see any frame drops yet
I don't
or
either.
stuttering. Honestly, it doesn't look bad to me at all.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah.
The controllers also light up different colors
Oh yeah, that's cool.
on the side.
But yeah, it looks that's surprising because doing it at my house was worse than doing it here from Chris's house.
I'm sold. So we're gonna be doing.
Effective.
I'll be doing an unboxing actually on the Gamer Like Dad channel, so you guys can kind of see. And I'll probably go through all of the just setup process, like how to connect it to the PS5, and then I'll probably do several tests just in the house, in the office, and then maybe like I might even do like on my phone, like the hotspot, and just see how it plays with a hotspot. So there's
Should be a 4K video too.
4K video being streamed from your PS5 at home, 15 miles away on our Wi-Fi.
2 hours directly to the Portal.
Yep.
Sorry, this was really kludgy because we hadn't planned to do this and we just decided to do it the last minute.
Yeah,
but,
the podcast was we kind of threw it all together.
but that would be the one thing I'd say. If you buy it from a place where you can take it back if you have issues with your router, because you don't want to have to spend $300 or whatever on a router just to play the Portal.
I just want to talk about use case.
Yeah,
A lot of
that's
people would
exactly
say,
what I was going
okay, use case. This, and I put a community post on our channel, and if you guys didn't see it, maybe hit that community post. I talked about the Portal and what, if it's a game changer for you or not. It is for me. I feel like PlayStation made this device specifically for me, and I'll tell you why is because, again, I'm a 47-year-old dad of 3, and I work, I do construction. I'm tired when it comes to the end of the day. I still want to do stuff for the channel and play, games. The biggest problem the reason my PlayStation goes untouched for so long is because they have amazing, single player story games. And I can't sit in an office and play these games. My PlayStation is set up in the office. And so, if I can sit in my bed and relax, because right now I'm just playing the Steam Deck and I'm playing the Steam Deck because I can play it at night in my bed. So if this is a good streaming option and, I can have the PlayStation in rest mode and be able to play PlayStation games, I'll be able to beat. I haven't beat God of War. I haven't beat the original Spider-Man. Like there are a lot of games I haven't beat. And I feel like this would be huge for me actually. So, and to play it on that beautiful of a screen and with the, it is a DualSense. It has all the haptic feedback and everything in it, correct? In the Portal?
Correct.
So you get all that haptic feedback of the triggers and everything else.
So we'll have to spend more time with this, but
Right
now it's promising.
Yeah.
And like you said, the use case is if you feel more comfortable, you want to sit in your bed and on a couch and just play directly on the Portal rather than have to hook it up to the TV, or kids want to watch something on the big TV.
Yeah.
You can play it on the Portal.
Yeah.
So and the price is $200.
$200. Yes, some people say $200 is too much money, but honestly, that's a pretty premium quality feeling device.
I had like $75 in Best Buy certificates.
Oh man, you got it for cheap.
I got it for cheap.
So honestly, like if I were to compare this to the Steam Deck, like when I hold the Steam Deck, there are some pieces of the Steam Deck that creak the plastic.
Mm.
So on the top of it, like let's say if you hit the power button, the power button's kind of sunken in so much that when you press on it with my fat finger, it hits the plastic that's around it and the plastic squeaks. So there's all these kind of, I don't know, it just has that. It doesn't feel as premium. When I hold the Portal right now, the DualSense controllers feel so good. And I love the slim bezels on the screen. Like,
yeah. It's a sexy device.
It is pretty. It's pretty. So yeah, Bentley's right. It's a good looking device.
Well, I think we've probably used up our time quota.
Yes, the podcast is going long, but guys, we're kind of, we're making up for lost time. We wanted to hang out with you guys and do this. Honestly, I still would love to do a live thing on the channel, whether it's a podcast live or we can just talk and have people chat with us, which we might do. Because as we release our memberships, people, who will, do comments and stuff. If you ask questions, we can answer the questions on the podcast, which would be a good thing to do. So we're going to include that on the channel. You guys want to say anything to these beautiful people out here?
Well, thank you for the support.
Yeah, absolutely,
we
guys.
appreciate it.
It's awesome. Again, we're 3 generations of gamers and collectors who like to, I don't know, it's still a work in progress. The slogan of the channel is like, I think I did like, we like to play, collect, play, and talk about it is our kind of our slogan. But it's
very good.
It's not bad. Yeah, I'm trying to make it short, very short and sweet. But that's what we do here, guys. We nerd out about things, open things, play with things, and talk about those things. We'll hopefully get the next podcast out. Well, we're not gonna make any promises because it's holidays. Let's get one out for Christmas.
But you will get a free turkey delivered to your door with every single podcast purchase.
See in the description below. No, actually, no free turkey. Sorry, I think they ran out.
Wait, our lawyers just advised us we're not going to be able to give you any free turkeys this year. I'm sorry.
Yes, don't listen to Elder Geek Gamer. But anyway, speaking of, Dad, where can they find you?
They can find me at Elder Geek Gamer on YouTube.
Absolutely. Belly, where can they find you?
Right here, gamer like dad.
Absolutely. And me too. Me too. Gamer like dad. That's me.
You too. Yes.
That's a band. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. And we'll see you in the next video.
Adios.